Right now, as you're watching this video, you think you're in control. You chose to click. You decided to stay. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You didn't. Your unconscious mind did. And it's been making 95% of your decisions your entire life without you even knowing. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the invisible force that's been running your life. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. Let's dive in. Let's start with something that's going to blow your mind. Scientists at Harvard discovered that our conscious mind processes about 40 bits of information per second. Sounds impressive, right? Wrong. Your unconscious mind, it processes 11 million bits per second. That's not a typo. 11 million. Think about that. While you're consciously thinking about what to have for lunch, your unconscious is simultaneously managing your heartbeat, breathing, analyzing thousands of facial micro-expressions, filtering sounds, calculating social hierarchies, triggering emotional responses, and making split-second decisions that your conscious mind will later claim credit for. But here's where it gets really weird. Remember the last time you made a big decision? Maybe you spent weeks weighing pros and cons, making lists, thinking rationally. You felt so in control, right? But neuroscientist Benjamin Libet discovered something disturbing. When people made a conscious decision to move their hand, their brain showed activity up to 10 seconds before they became consciously aware of making that decision. Your brain decided, then 10 seconds later, it let you know, and you thought it was your idea. Let me prove this to you right now. Think about the last time you met someone new. Within 3 seconds, you formed a complete impression of them. Trustworthy or suspicious. Friend or threat. Attractive or not. You didn't consciously process their resume, analyze their character, or review their life story. Your unconscious did all that instantly, based on millions of years of evolutionary programming. Dr. Robert Cialdini spent his entire career studying unconscious influence. He found that we're hardwired to follow 6 specific triggers, and we do it automatically, without thinking authority. Scarcity, reciprocity, commitment, liking, social proof. Every single day, marketers use these to make you buy things you don't need. And you never even realize it's happening. Think about your phone right now. How many times have you checked it today? Most people say about 30 times. The real number? Try 96. Your unconscious is running a program, and you're just along for the ride. That notification sound, it triggers a dopamine response that was programmed into you. You don't choose to look. You're compelled to look, but it goes deeper than that. Way deeper. Your unconscious mind is running on outdated software. It was programmed for a world that no longer exists. A world where sugar was rare, so your brain learned to crave it desperately. A world where social rejection meant death, so your brain learned to fear it more than physical pain. A world where immediate threats were everywhere, so your brain learned to prioritize short-term survival over long-term success. And here's the part nobody wants to admit. Most of your beliefs, your preferences, your personality, you didn't choose any of it. Your unconscious absorbed it all before you were 7 years old. Your political views, they probably mirror your parents. Your religious beliefs, same thing. Your fear of public speaking, your relationship patterns, your self-sabotaging behaviors, all programmed in childhood, running on autopilot ever since. Think about the goals you set last year. How many did you achieve? If you're like most people, almost none. Why? Because your conscious mind set those goals, but your unconscious mind is running a completely different program, and the unconscious always wins. Always. So if 95% of your life is controlled by a system you can't see, can't control, and don't even know is there to you really free? Or are you just a passenger in your own life? But here's the good news. And trust me, there is good news. Once you understand how the unconscious works, you can start to reprogram it. You can't control it directly, but you can influence it, and that changes everything. The secret is this: your unconscious mind learns through repetition, emotion, and environment. It doesn't understand logic or rational arguments. It only understands patterns. So if you want to change your unconscious programming, you have to speak its language. Start by becoming aware of your automatic reactions. When you feel an emotion, pause for 3 seconds and ask, is this feeling mine, or is this a programmed response? When you make a decision, ask, did I choose this, or did my unconscious choose it for me? This simple awareness creates a gap, and in that gap, freedom emerges. Use implementation intentions. Instead of saying, I want to exercise more, which your conscious mind loves, but your unconscious ignores. Say, when I wake up at 6 a.m., I will put on my running shoes and go outside. Specific, automatic. The unconscious can work with that. Elite performers know something most people don't. They don't fight their unconscious mind. They train it like an athlete trains their body. Visualization isn't just positive thinking, it's unconscious programming. When you vividly imagine yourself succeeding, your unconscious can't tell the difference between imagination and reality. It starts building neural pathways as if you've already done it. Here's a technique used by Olympic athletes and Navy SEALs. Before bed, spend 5 minutes reviewing your day, but with one twist. Reimagine the moments where you failed or felt weak, but this time see yourself responding perfectly. Your unconscious processes this during sleep and literally rewires itself. Do this for 30 days, and you become a different person. The most powerful unconscious programming happens through identity. Your unconscious doesn't care about goals. It cares about identity. If you see yourself as someone who is fit, your unconscious will automatically make choices aligned with that identity. You don't have to force yourself to exercise. You just do, because that's who you are. So yes, your unconscious controls 95% of your choices. But now you know, and knowledge is the first step to freedom. You can't control the unconscious directly, but you can become its teacher instead of its student. You can program it deliberately instead of letting the world program it randomly. The question is, will you stay a passenger in your own life, or will you take the wheel? If this video opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button, because next week I'm revealing the 6 unconscious triggers that control human behavior and how to use them ethically to transform your life. Drop a comment telling me which unconscious pattern you're going to break first. I read every single one. And if you want to go even deeper, watch this video next, where I break down the neuroscience of habit formation. Trust me, your unconscious mind will thank you.